Hello and welcome back to The Give and Go. I'm your host, Reynoso, going solo for this interview as Saltero is out of studio. But today, we welcome a very special guest to the show. One of the most exciting players in the MLS, born and raised in Los Angeles, but unfazed by the bright lights of the city. He's been the man of the match in a game against Messi. He's established a connection with one of the best forwards of our generation and Heung-min Son. And he's got the goal of bringing El Salvador to the 2026 FIFA World Cup for the first time in over 40 years, folks. Please welcome to the show the one and only Nathan Ordaz. Welcome, my friend. Welcome.
Thank you, brother.
How you doing, man? How you doing today?
It's going good. I just started training fully again, so no worries on the injury anymore. Thank God. It wasn't too deep of a tear, and yeah, I'm just ready to go again.
Good, man. That's good to hear, especially with the form that you're in, both at club and country. I had a fun question for you to start because I love to do my research on the players that we interview, and specifically, I like to look at player Instagrams. And bro, I think you have one of the best player Instagrams out there because you capture your whole, not just your career arc, but your whole life, bro. Your first picture is a photo of you at Johnny Rockets, and it looks like 6-year-old Nathan Ordaz, man. And it's funny because I just start scrolling up, and I just see you grow. I see you develop. I see the highlight reels. Tell me a little bit about that, about how you've captured a lot of your biggest moments with an MLS Cup post all of a sudden popping up on your feed and having this funny way to capture your life so far through Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people, there's a phase where you're a teenager and you want to kind of be cool, I guess, and maybe delete most of the younger photos and just try and, I don't know, set like an aura, let's say. But I liked the growth. You saw me grow up, and like it's not like, yeah, I'm the same person, but I'm different. Obviously, I've grown up and I've matured, but that was still me when I was a kid.
Just out of curiosity, when were you allowed to start having a phone, bro? Because I mean, you were posting at a young age, man. I just got mine like 2 years ago, it feels like.
Yeah, no, I think I had a phone when I was like maybe 8, but my dad also posted a lot of the stuff on Instagram as well. It wasn't all just me. He definitely had
Okay.
my password.
I love it. Yeah. I recommend people go check out your Instagram, bro. It's a wild ride. But on your Instagram, you see how you grew up in Los Angeles and how that really molded you both as a person and as a player. I'm truly curious to know just how competitive is it growing up in LA and, in a soccer-centric city, I would say one of the most soccer-centric cities in the US. What's it like competing against top talent, and how do you stand out from the pack?
Yeah, I think it's for sure a lot of competition here. I think there's so many good players. I think I had to just have a mentality change when I was younger. Up until I was 15, I was kind of just a mid-academy player. I'd say on every team I was in, I was maybe, top 7 player, which I mean is cool, but, that's not going to translate into you maybe getting signed in a homegrown deal or something like that. So I think, I think you just have to know what kind of player you want to be and, work hard to be that type of player.
Dang, that's crazy, man. And did you have like a good support system around you during that time? Was it like coaches, families, friends, and also like heroes? Did you have any heroes that you were looking up to at the time to hopefully be like?
Yeah, I think well, coaches obviously, they're focused on the team, so they'll be positive with you, but to an extent, right? But no, my dad always trained me after. He always instilled hard work in me. He was definitely a guy I looked up to. I still do look up to. He's taught me a lot, and yeah, I think he helped me a lot. As a hero, I really like UFC, so I'm a big Conor McGregor fan.
Okay.
So like that was kind of his come up time when I was younger. That was like his prime when he was motivated and focused. So I think he was one of my heroes for sure.
What are your thoughts on the Charles Oliveira, man? That's my favorite fighter.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I was so sad when he got knocked out. I have like edits on my phone of just him getting knocked out with sad music from TikTok.
Dude, I know. I don't want to think about it, but his peak was, I think, similar to McGregor's, bro. One of the funnest fighters out there.
For sure. Made you believe.
What was the turning point then? What would you pinpoint as that moment where you felt like things really started to change for you as you progressed or were trying to aim towards having a professional career in football?
Changing point. I think I saw 3 of my teammates get signed. I think that was definitely a turning point. Not because I wasn't happy. I mean, that's great that they got signed. I just think it showed that it was possible, and if they're on my team, then it shows that I can keep up with guys if they're on my team. You know what I mean? So I think seeing him, it was kind of like a motivation and a positive motivation where you're just like, oh, if they could do it, why can't I? We were playing on the same team for the last 3 years. Yeah, so like just be positive about it, work hard, and clearly there's an opportunity there if your teammates are also getting signed.
Yeah, there is something to like seeing, people close to you achieve the same goals as you. It kind of motivates you. I think that's why it's so important to have a good circle around you,
For sure.
that's inspiring and motivating you at the same time. We fast forward to where you are now, man. You're cooking this season, 5 goals, 3 assists in the MLS. And what I love so much about you, watching you play, is how you thrive in tight areas, bro. I feel like the amount of opportunities you create on the turn in tight pockets and tight areas is really, really good. But then you can also be on the wings and use that pace, use that space to be more creative if you'd like. Where are you most comfortable on the pitch? Is it in those tight pockets centrally, or is it more on the outside with more room to create?
I think it's all dependent on like play styles. I think of like a team, and I think with LAFC's play style, I think I'm probably better in the middle. But that doesn't mean I'm not effective out wide. I don't want to. I'm not a guy that makes excuses. If you need me on the right wing, then I'm gonna do my best on the right wing, and I better make something happen.
Do you think you're a better passer or a scorer?
I have no idea, honestly. I don't. I'd like to say I'd like to just think I'm really good at both.
All right, fair, 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 fair. Do you have any idea like what your best trait is? Do you feel like you're really good? I mean, FIFA says your best trait is acceleration.
Uh, I think my positioning. I think I have really good positioning. I think I see the space that I have to be in, whether it's coming in or going far. I think that with my athleticism, I think it just makes it harder on defenders because if I know where to move, that's half the battle won already. And then if I'm fast enough to get there first in the first place, then I'm looking good.
Well, it's an exciting time for you right now, man, because LAFC is vying for first place in the Western Conference, currently in fourth place, and you guys are on a 4-game winning streak. Tell me about your MLS Cup hopes this year and what it would mean for you to lift another MLS Cup.
Yeah, I think we're flying right now. I haven't been a part of the group in the last month or so just because of the injury, but I think the team is really meshing well. I think Son and Denis, they're matching up really well. They're working together real well, and yeah, I just want to help be a part of it. I think I won the first season I got signed. LAFC won it, and I got the ring and everything, but I didn't really ever get rostered. So it counts, but it doesn't count at the same time. So I think just playing a bigger part throughout a season would mean a lot more, if we won it. And, that's always the expectation.
Yeah, there'd definitely be more weight to this victory, I think, with your involvement so far this season. And not just with LAFC, but with El Salvador, you're looking to qualify for the World Cup. So you have 2 big goals right now for both club and international. I was curious to know, what's your earliest World Cup memory? Because I saw you're 21 years old. I'm 30. My first World Cup memory was 2006. I'm going to guess 2014. Was that your first World Cup where you like fully watched it?
No, 2010, I watched
Okay.
at my grandma's house. I watched basically every game. I remember it was awesome. Definitely the most exciting one, most fun to watch for me.
Yeah, I mean, 2010 was a good one. That was with Spain's team, Tiki Taka. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great, great time.
And then my dad's Mexican, so we watched the South Africa Mexico game to open it up, and then Shaba.
Don't even get me started on that, bro. That game was crazy. I'm so glad for Rafa Marquez, but the Shabalaba scored a beauty in that game.
Yeah, that was
Beauty.
crazy.
But now you have an opportunity to be and participate at a World Cup here in the United States with El Salvador, as you've received call-ups from them. You played 2 matches for them in the most recent international break window. I want to talk about that a little bit more, but more specifically, I'm just curious, what's it like receiving a call-up in the sense of like, do you get an email? Is it an Insta DM? Does a coach tell you? How do you find out you got called up to the national team?
Usually they just text you. They're like, "Hey, what day works for your flight to come over?" And then that's kind of the call up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's interesting. I didn't know it was like that simple. I don't know if it was like a Hogwarts letter, like you get it in the mail, it's like this grand thing. That's cool though. That's really cool because you got called up to the El Salvadoran national team, and bro, they love you over there, man. I see all the excitement from the fans. I see the incredible atmosphere at the Cuscatlan just what are your thoughts, man, being able to don that El Salvador jersey and represent such a beautiful country?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and I'm really grateful for it. I'm experiencing different things than an MLS atmosphere. I'm experiencing different kinds of just outlooks on it, and I think all the support is great. I think everybody's really hopeful for us, and as am I. So I hope we can make it.
How would you compare playing in a Cuscatlan versus BMO Stadium? Both really passionate fan bases, I would argue. Kind of a cool experience that you get to just have that back to back. How would you compare those two things, and just what's it like playing in those stadiums?
I don't even think I could compare them, honestly. I think they're totally different, and it's kind of just you have to be there
Yeah.
and you'll see it and you'll feel it. But they're both awesome, obviously. We have the best fans in MLS, and then El Salvador really shows out for these games as well. So I think either way, it's a great atmosphere for both, and it's really intense no matter what.
Describe to me the perfect year here. 21 years old. Is it winning the MLS Cup and qualifying for the World Cup with El Salvador?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that just dream come true. You can't really ask for a better year.
That'd be awesome. My boy Saltero, he wanted to ask you a question. Seeing that I think your mother's El Salvadorian, your father's Mexican,
Yeah.
had to ask the question, tacos or pupusas, where do you stand?
Probably tacos, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I really
Okay.
like pupusas, but yeah, birria tacos in particular, you just can't.
I like it, man. My last question for you is legacy. What kind of legacy do you want to have with both LAFC, El Salvador, and honestly, just your own path, your own career? I still feel like you have so much room to grow, and I'm excited to see you just continue to progress. What's the legacy that you want to have in this world of football, and what you achieve at this level?
Just a really good competitor. I think a winner. I think is a big thing for me. I think winning does a lot. Being entertaining. I want to try and be even more entertaining. And yeah, just being positive. I don't want to be negative on the field as much as possible. Just be positive. I'm Christian, so I'm sure I try to, I'll try my best to put on a good persona, not persona, but
Yeah.
I don't know what the word would be. Example,
Yeah.
a good example. So I
Dude, and
be
I think you
negative.
definitely have done that already from just the energy I see you emit on the pitch. And it's crazy that you have what I would consider like a role model that perfectly exemplifies that in Huming Son, man. He's like one of the most likable dudes in the whole world playing on your team. I absolutely love it, man. Thank you
Yeah.
for your time, bro. It's been a privilege being able to talk to you, and the best of luck in your future endeavors. I want to see it. LAFC MLS Cup and El Salvador to the World Cup.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.